In this video, we're going to take a look how to properly utilize attachments inside of our Gmail client here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to start composing a new email message. And I'm just going to send this to myself, so I just ask Mr. Kelly here. And in the subject, whenever you're doing attachments, you want to make the subject really, as any email, you want to make the subject relevant. So I'm just going to go ahead and do attachment demonstration as my subject. And right here is where I select the attach a file. So attachments can be in the form of many things. They can be in the form of images if you want to, Word documents, PDF files, movies, any number of things can function as attachments. We're going to take a look at how to attach a document here. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Pages here from my drop-down menu, and I'm just going to essentially create a new document for myself. So I'm just going to create File and click New, and essentially what I want is just a basic new document for myself to choose from. So I'm going to choose blank, and I'll just click over here, and I'm going to go ahead and click File and Save. And I'm going to make sure that we save this to my desktop so it's easier to find. And I'll just do attachment here. And I'll save it to my desktop. Now this will save it as I'm working in Mac. It's going to save it as a Pages version. Now this is something that you got to think about when you're sending attachments. Most people have PC, so sending it as a Pages document, if I'm sending it to a number of people that have different operating systems and, the PC or Mac, those that have a PC isn't going to be able to open this file. So a good way to do any type of Word document that you want to send out is instead to send it not only as a Word document or a Pages document, instead select to send it as a PDF file. So in Pages, I'm just going to select File, going down to export, and then I will select PDF here, and I'll just keep the defaults the same, and I'll keep the defaults the same here, save it to my desktop, and click export. And it's going to export. More than likely, your users are going to have Adobe Acrobat Viewer, so they can view the PDF file that they have. It's more likely that they're going to have that really than anything else on the machine. More likely than Microsoft Word even. So it's a good idea to save it as a PDF, and that solves any version conflict problems that you have as well. So then I would come down here and I would say I am sending you the attachment. And one of the common mistakes is just to forget your attachment. So always go ahead and attach a file, and then you would come down to my desktop, and then I would find my PDF file. It has a little PDF demonstration there. And it's a blank file, which is fine. I'm going to click Choose, and it will attach it. You want to make sure that it attaches it. You should see a check here inside of Google that it is, it's going to send it. And then you basically fire it off. Another thing to keep in mind too is when you're attaching documents, sometimes different email clients will handle large attachments differently. I can send say if I send a 3 or 4 gigabyte file, that's typically going to be blocked into, say, a corporate email structure. So if I send it to somebody at work here at Toyota Corporation, and I send a 2 gigabyte file, typically that file would be blocked and they would be unable to open it. So if you're sending large files, a best case scenario is to upload it to a server or use Dropbox or something like that and just send people a link so then they can download that file and kind of bypass that email client. So any really large files you want to steer clear of sending through your email. And your email is really just for, you're looking at files that are under a megabyte, and you don't want to send really large email files, even if they can open it, just because it will just clog down the system and it takes forever to load, forever to delete. So there's a lot of problems with doing like that. So really etiquette is just sending smaller files as attachments and sending it out. Also keep in mind any Word documents, send them out as a PDF. You're sending your cover letter, your resume, send those out as a PDF. Upload them to a job site as a PDF file. That's a great way to do it. So PDFs are great for any type of a word processing file. Images, you want to send images out, say as a JPEG, more common file format, something like that. And then be very aware of people's operating systems that you're sending it to. Can they view this attachment? If I'm sending out a PowerPoint file that was built, say, on a Macintosh and say, 2011, people that are working on older systems aren't going to be able to view that. So think about how to properly package your material so everybody can view it. PDFs are a fantastic way to do that. So that is one of the recommended file types for attachments. Once you're done, you just fire it off, send. Again, making sure that you have attached your attachment, and when they do get the message, they'll see a little icon here for just to recognize that they do have an attachment. And then what they will see is the ability, somewhere in their client, the ability to download or view that particular attachment in their email client. And essentially that's it. And then they can view it, they can respond back to you in regards to the attachment, and communicate back and forth.